Good morning, everyone. Very late today, very, very late. Late like crazy. Okay, so, New York session. I'm going to be trading the Neoma challenge account today. And as you guys remember, yesterday I took a loss on this account, 200 something dollars. So I'm down, how much? 0.5%. Okay. Let's see, what do we have today? So sell side was taken out, just as I suspected, honestly. And yeah, I want to see if I can get something nice. I'm also having doubts about whether price will actually continue to move lower to around 33.21, 33.22. But we'll see. For now, I'll just wait. London was super shitty today. I also live streamed on the London session, and it was. Oh my god! Sorry, guys. It was absolutely a nightmare, London, and yeah. Absolutely nightmare, but it is what it is. Oh my god, I think I'm catching a flu or something because I've been sneezing like crazy. Okay. I wonder what silver is up to. Because just look at it, I mean. Anyway. So, my boyfriend made me promise that I'm not gonna take any more setups on the 1 minute chart. Because he said that every time I take a 1 minute chart entry setup, not the RBV setup, but the actual SMT plus fair value gap setup, he says that I usually end up losing those. And he's kind of right, honestly, because M1 setups with SMT and fair value gap, those are going to be happening very often. And you really have to filter those out somehow. Precisely because I want to filter those out. Wow, look at this thing go. Like, I wonder, how can I take this if not on the 1 minute? But yeah, I promised. What the heck? I was actually looking at the quarters theory to be able to filter out the SMT divergences a little bit. So yeah, that might actually help a lot. Okay. Is it possible that we're going to take out CPI candle high and then back down? I have a strong conviction, and which is backed up by a lot of trades taken this way, that if price will take out CPI candle high, there is a 3% chance it's going to go back to the downside after that. It's going to break, like, and 3%, I'm being very nice here. Like, if price will break the high of the CPI candle, there's only a 3% chance that it's going to go under this low again. The maximum thing that it could do is retrace into the 50% level of that bullish price leg that breaks the high of the news candle. Like, I think that I've only seen it do this, I think only 2 times in my entire trading career, honestly. And obviously, it's not my entire trading, not the whole time since I've been trading, because I haven't been looking at news candles highs and lows ever since. Oh my god. Ever since I started trading, I started looking at news candles, I think, I don't know, maybe maximum 2 years ago. And I don't think, no, I've only seen it twice happening. The news candle goes down, takes sell side, and then if the high of the news candle is broken to the upside, it only happened 2 times that it then starts to move down again, and it also manages to break that low that caused the break to the upside originally. I've only seen that, like I said, like only 2 times. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that one of those times was not even on gold. I think it was on NASDAQ. Yeah, I think it was on NASDAQ. So yeah, if it's going to break the high of the CPI candle, don't have any doubt about the fact that it will continue to move higher. Like I said, the only thing that it could do is just, either slightly retest it and then push higher, or retrace to around the 50% level of that bullish leg. And then it's just going to continue to move higher. Because think about it. If this push that started from the high of the CPI candle was breaking structure to the downside, right? Then why would it be broken to the upside? It makes no sense. Because we have strong institutions selling there that are causing the actual drop. So if the strong institutions that are actually causing the strong drop, that's the level where they entered sells. So most likely, if prices right now starting to move higher, it's because they've already taken profits and they're already buying. Like, this could explain why we have bullish fair value gaps forming. And if the high of the CPI candle is going to be broken to the upside, then that's going to be a doubt in 97% of the cases. Not a doubt, sorry. It's the proof that the push to the downside was just a stop hunt. So I was looking at this inversion, the 12 midnight inversion on the 15 minutes chart. So look at how perfectly the news candle repriced there and then pushed lower to sweep the sell side over here, where we had relatively equal lows, and also SMT sell side. Okay, so where is the next area of SMT sell side? So there's a flip zone over here. And then next area is down here, 33.20 something. You know what I don't like about this thing is that I don't have a divergence. This is what I don't like. There is absolutely no divergence. No SMT. Not even on the 1 hour. Can you imagine that? Like, what the heck? Yeah, so this is what I don't like about it. And the only SMT that we have is sort of like here on the 1 minute. I mean, but I don't know, is that enough? Where I can clearly see that gold is taking out some of these highs and silver is not. Because, for example, this high over here on silver coincides to this high over here on gold. So yeah. So, okay, now, now we could have an SMT, because starting from 9:30 open is this piece of price action, right? All this piece, like this happened after 9:30 open, and it obviously created an imbalance, okay? And since we have an imbalance, now the question is that imbalance, or those imbalances, basically the 5-minute fair value gaps, are those imbalances going to act as support and, you know, send price higher to the buy side liquidity that it created during the London session, which is all that smooth area over there? Or is it not gonna support price? Is it just a rebalance of that SIBI into 50% level of that bearish price leg that broke intraday market structure to the downside, meaning the low of the London session and the low of the Asia session, So the question always is the move that just occurred, is that a stop run, stop hunt, whatever, or is it a move that we can actually trade? And is it smart money, you know, showing off their real intention? And so usually the thing that's going to give us that is going to be whether we have an SMT or not. The thing that's going to confirm that to us, an SMT or not. 3 more minutes until the current 5-minute candle closes. I really hope it's not going to be one of those moments when price will just move up during this 5-minute candle and it's just going to woof, go super up, because it can really fly within the next 2.5 minutes. It can really fly. And then my stop loss is going to be too big. And I would definitely not want that. So 1 minute and 40 seconds until this current candle closes. All right. Oh my God, I was looking at something else. So it is what it is. A setup is a setup. So as usual, I can't open more than one standard lot with the 50K account from Neoma. Therefore, I'm only going to risk 1% on this trade, and we're going for a 2R. Okay. Okay, let's make this really resemble what I did there. 41, 40. Okay, and my entry 46, 48, 46, 48. I'm having a little bit of, how should I say? I'll be careful with whatever, of course, if I'll have time, because the stop loss is not that big. But I want to be mindful of whatever silver is going to do off of the 935 SIBI. Because think about it like this, if silver is going to respect the 935 SIBI and is going to reject off of it, 935 candle is this one here on gold. So if silver is going to respect that, it's going to reject off of it, there's a big chance that gold will actually want to break that candle, meaning that obviously it's going to take out my stop loss prior to doing that. So it's really important that silver will not reject from that SIBI. It's really, really important. I'm also not a super fan of the fact that I'm buying right here, like at the midpoint of this range. But if I got this right, and if this push to the downside was a liquidity sweep and not a break of structure, then it should continue to push higher. But yeah, like I said, it's really important that silver will not respect that SIBI. Very important. Like I would say it's the most important thing. Well, of course, it's not more important than gold not breaking the low of the confirmation candle. I mean, duh. So that's actually something undesirable. There is a gap on the 1 hour time frame, someone is saying. Is it? Gap on the 1 hour time frame. Let's go on a 1 hour time frame and see that. Gap, you mean like a fair value gap, right? At the 8 a.m. candle. On the 8 a.m. candle. Yeah. Four-hour candle closed very bearish. It would be really shitty that the next candle continues to move down. Really shitty. Very shitty. Of course, that's why stop loss and risk management is so important. What's a good thing is the fact that we have we don't have a lower low close on gold like we have on silver. So it's good. But let's see what's going to happen next. You know, ever since I started doing the live streams again, I've had not such a good trading. I've actually been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is really frustrating because I don't know if it's because of me or why the heck it is. Oh, you guys can't see me. You can't see me. Right? Yeah, you guys can't see me. Sorry. Now you can. Ha. I wasn't sharing my webcam. Okay. So yeah. See, this is not good. Whenever this is happening, it's not good. And let me explain to you why this is not good. Think about it like this. We have a move to the downside, which takes out sell side, and then it creates a bullish fair value gap, right? So it creates imbalance to the upside. And then price goes down to rebalance that, creates the SMT, which is perfect, and rejects from that bullish fair value gap, which is exactly what we want, right? However, think about it like this. If this move to the downside occurred just to rebalance that BISI, and then it rejected off of it, then it means that by rejecting off of it, by creating that bullish candle, it's basically showing signs of strength. It's like saying, well, I only went down just to rebalance that fair value gap, and right now I'm ready to go up. And then when you think it's ready to go up, then the question is, why the heck does it start to create bearish candle? Because it's not normal. Because it's like, once price rebalances and rejects from a BISI, especially if that is confirmed by an SMT, which is the case here, then that's like a very strong confirmation that right now we should see bullish volatility, bullish momentum, whatever you want to call it, right? So then the question is, why the heck is price forming a bearish candle right now? Because it's not normal. Okay, because a bearish candle means weakness. So it's like we had strength once price was rejecting from the BISI, and right now it's showing weakness when I was actually expecting, or price was giving signs that it might actually want to continue to move higher as a consequence of rejecting from that BISI. And as a consequence of having rejected from that BISI with the SMT and whatever. So yeah, this is not good. It's not good when this happens. And honestly, what I want to do is I want to close half of the trade. And I don't care, I'm going to close it in a loss. I want to close half of the trade. There you go. So I closed half with $115 loss. And right now, if my other half of the trade is going to be taken out, I'm going to be losing another $250. So 250 plus 115, which I've already lost, that's going to be 365. Okay? 365 as opposed to 500, which I initially calculated. So that is what? That is 30% less, right? 30% less money lost in case price will continue to push down and take out my stop loss. And if it doesn't continue to push lower and then it starts to move in my favor, of course, I'm not going to win, $1,000 like I initially planned with my 2R with one standard lot. However, I'm still going to make 1%, so 500, because right now half of what I initially had as profit off of 1,000. So I'm going to make $500 profit if price will continue to move higher. Okay. And the thing is that I've lost 100 and I'm going to win 500 if it goes up and, hits my take profit. So that's going to be like, I'm going to be $400 in profit, but at least I've managed my risk, which is extremely important. And I'm starting to, to do this more often because I've seen some remarkable results. Like there is so much more that we can do in order to manage our risks and make sure that we minimize our losses. And we can actually micromanage the trade when price is simply just not doing what we're expecting, especially if it's not doing what we're expecting on the time frame where we entered. Like, for example, let's say that I would have taken a trade on the 30 minutes chart based on a confirmation on the 30 minutes chart. It would have made no sense for me to drop down to the 5 minute or even to the 1 minute and close half of my trade because I'm seeing something that goes opposite to my trade that's going on the 5 minute or on the 1 minute, provided that I've taken the trade on the 30 minute, right? But if I've taken the trade on the 5 minutes and I'm seeing something that I don't like happening on the entry time frame, then I absolutely see no reason why not to manage the risk. And like I said, I really want to do this. Minimize my losses. So yeah, bearish candle after a retest and a rejection with an SMT divergence off of a BISI. To have a bearish candle forming after that, that's a bad sign. Simply, it's a bad sign, especially because it's occurring on this leg, which, for now it hasn't been invalidated. And it's also doing that at the 50% level of that leg. So, yeah. And I don't have any reason to take a short trade because you might actually be wondering, okay, then if price is above equilibrium and inside a SIBI and it's showing signs of rejection, why aren't you taking a short trade? Because there's no reason for me to take a short trade. Maybe there is on the 1 minute right now, just looking at it. It could be something here. Let's see. It could be. I'm not sure. Yeah, see? There is something around here. But then again, didn't I just say that I'm not going to be trading the 1 minute time frame anymore? Yes, I did. So yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Okay, I'm going to be canceling my take profit level because I actually want to leave a runner. And I will take some profit off manually, but I do want to leave a runner. So if it continues to move up. You know, this inversion here, this one, it's quite important, I would say. But I'm curious if you guys can figure out why that's important. $9.15. Someone's saying in the comments that I'm breathing fast. I'm not breathing fast and I'm not removing clothes. Oh my god, James Karaoke. Jesus. Why do men have to be so weird in the comments of a woman who's live streaming? I don't get it. Like, can't you just guys comment normally without having this, you know, without giving it this weird feeling? What the heck? And then you guys wonder why women are acting up. Of course we are, because men are weird. What the hell? So the important thing about this inversion here that I've marked on the 15 minutes, this one from 11 p.m. last night, is the hour. The hour makes it important. And I'm going to show you guys. The hour makes it important because it's the busy, the price created in the last micro quarter here. Actually, it was not a micro quarter. It was one of those, one of those 90 minutes quarters here. So all this piece of price action, all the way till here. And it's the discount CB, BISI, which if you're going to go to the 5 minutes or even better to the 1 minute chart, you're going to see that just before the news, just before today's CPI release, price came down in that inversion over here. And then it started to move up with imbalance. And it also created SMT over here. Okay, so it's like it's creating sell side here at that low. Then it's creating trendline liquidity, right? And then it goes down with momentum into that 15-minute BISI, because it was a BISI at that point. And then it shoots up right before the CPI news. And then rebalances that, and I'll show you it rebalanced precisely at the 50% level of that little move. There you go. See? Right at the 50% level, right there. And then it started to move up, and then with the volume coming in from CPI, it seemed as if, whoa, it's going to go nuts. It's going to go super bullish. But then it just came down, and it obviously reversed because CPI was bouncing off of another inversion on the 15 minutes again, which was basically that BISI that occurred. Oh my God, I don't get it why this thing is working so hard. Which is basically the BISI that occurred, that was created, this one, the 12-minute BISI. The BISI that was created right before that shitty London session, London Gill Zone began. Okay, I don't like how silver it's respecting that 30-minute SIBI, this one over here. It's respecting it like too well. Do you guys have any idea why this keeps happening? I don't know if you can see it, but somehow, there's something weird happening with my trading view where this empty space here appears. You see? I don't know why. And once that happens, it moves so bad. Like, I don't get it. Why? Do you guys have any idea how I can fix that? Or what exactly am I doing that makes it do that? I don't understand why this thing appeared here. I do not know. Yeah, definitely not a vibe with silver, with what it's doing right now. Not a vibe at all. And another thing, price should not reclaim this SIBI on 915, that it already inverted. It should not reclaim that. I don't like what it's doing. And you see, it's just rejecting from that 15-minute inversion that I said it's important, and then you guys laugh your asses off in the comment section. Yeah, exactly. Marina, if I click on that Z, I don't know what that Z does. It does nothing. I don't get it. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. If I click, if I right click, if I middle click, nothing happens. I don't know why it's doing that. I hate it. $30. Let's check the 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Yeah. Only silver has relevant level to reject from on the 30 minutes. Not gold, even though it is doing it, but gold, yeah, it's relevant to reject from the 15 minutes. I'll watch it on the 1 minute, and if I see it like bursting through that bullish, like that inversion, as an attempt to reclaim it, I'm just gonna most likely collapse the trade. Silver took out this low, 10.05, which gold didn't do, which is good. And it would be really, really nice if I'll use tooltip on long press. What is that? It would be really, really nice if it would not create a SIBI here. Like this thing it would be nice if that wouldn't create. It would be really good. And obviously, ideal, it would be that silver starts to reject from there. And once that's going to happen, then this will make sense. Ahmad is saying that he's going in at this pullback and he's going to hold, I'm assuming a long trade, till 3,400. Yeah, 3405. I'm also looking at that level, but yeah, make sure you have a wider stop loss because your take profit is also going to be wide. So the margin shift is from an indicator. Try switching each one off and on to see which it is, then delete that one and re-add. Oh, really? It's from an indicator. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll remove this one. And it's still there. What did I do? Ah, okay, I know what happened. I know what happened. Thank you. I know. I hope I know how to fix it as well. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Because, yeah, I can see now that the freaking kill zone indicator went to the bottom of the chart. I was actually wondering where did the kill zone indicator disappear from my chart, you know. Hold on. Because I kind of knew how to do this, but okay, better remove it. And then I'm going to click on the one from here, add this indicator to entire layout. Okay. Woo, thank you. And then also add this to entire layout. Perfect. I was actually wondering in my head, of course, where did the kill zone indicator go? Where did it go? Okay, so here's the thing. Bad thing, bad gold, bad, forming SIBI. I don't like that. Really do not like that. At all. So it's 10:55. Boom. Yeah. Thank you, Raju. I don't know how to pronounce your other name. Yasodan, I think. Thank you for fixing my chart. It's not weird. Okay, let's see what it's gonna do from the CB in the 5 minutes. And right now it could be relevant, what reaction is gonna have on the 1 minute off of that 5 minute CB. So I'm just gonna watch it on the 1 minute. I really want to see that the 1 minute just creates like a huge bullish candle above, that 5 minute CB. I really wouldn't want to see it reject off of it, obviously. It might even not, it could even not retest it and then just move down. So that's also a thing. I just don't want price to see, I just don't want to see price wanting to continue to create bearish candles. That's a thing. 30 minute. So in 2 minutes or in 1 minute actually, a lot of candles are going to close: the 1 hour, the 30 minute, the 15 minute, the 5 minute, and obviously the 1 minute. Rain possible in the next few hours. Okay. Okay, so price is inside that 5 minute CB. Let's see what it does here. Yeah, you see, this is not a reaction that I want to see. It really isn't. It really isn't. And another thing which is bad about this is the fact that, in about 15 seconds, a new 1 hour candle is going to open, right? Which means that the next 1 minute candle that's going to open, it could create the down wick of a bullish candle on the 1 hour. So that could translate into a bearish 1 minute candle, tipping me off that it's just going to reject from that 5 minute CB, and then it's actually going to move higher because it's just creating the bottom wick of a bullish candle. It could do that. So I hate it when this happens. When right at the beginning of a candle, price is rejecting from a fair value gap, and it's just against the trade that I'm in, and yeah, not good. See, exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. Seems to be rejecting, and you don't know if it's going to continue lower or if it's just going to create a down wick of the next candle on a higher time frame, which is just going to be bullish. And the only thing you can do is just wait for an invalidation on the time frame where you took the setup, which in my case it's on the 5 minute. And obviously the invalidation of a setup occurs, or it might occur in stages. Like one of the first stage obviously would be to hit your stop loss, right? Because supposedly we're putting stop loss at logical levels that should not be invalidated, should not be violated, because otherwise it would just invalidate the trade idea. Another stage in which, or another scenario that could announce an invalidation of a setup would be you're in a bullish trade and price creates a bearish fair value gap, right? Okay, now it creates the bearish fair value gap, especially if it does that on the time frame where the trade was taken, which in my case it was. And now another indication that the setup might actually be invalidated is if you see price rejecting from that fair value gap, which was created in the opposite direction of your trade. Right now, it's good. The fact that it's not respecting it, obviously, it's good. But just so you know, whenever you're in a long trade and price creates a bearish fair value gap, now think about it like this. If it creates a bearish fair value gap, that's not a problem in itself, creating a bearish fair value gap, because obviously in its way towards the upside, price will make bearish pullbacks, and some of those bearish pullbacks will occur with bearish fair value gaps. You can't, like, price has to create some level of imbalance to the downside opposite to your trade so that it can actually just, you know, move towards a level where it has to move lower to make that pullback and then continue to move higher from there. The important aspect, I would say, is for the fair value gap to not be respected. Like, for example, like silver here respected the 30-minute. That's not a good thing, obviously. I'm thinking, ouch. It's 6 p.m. here already. Wow, time flies. What the heck? So what are you guys up to this week? What are you up to? Come on, tell me in the comments. What do you do for a living? Hey, I like your car. What do you do for a living? You know that guy on YouTube? Okay, so come on, guys. Tell me, where are you from? Let's hear you out. Where you guys are from. John Cale, he's from the UK. Who else? Florida, system engineer. Nice. Wales, is that in the UK as well? Don't, I know. See, now this is a bad thing, you see? This is a bad thing, the fact that it seems to be rejecting off of that SIBI. It's not good. So you know what? Call me chicken or not, I'm just done. I don't want to risk another dime with this. Honestly, I don't. It's late. If this thing is going to move up and I've just, let's say, closed because I've got scared of price rejecting from a SIBI on the 5 minutes, then so be it. I'm fine. Okay, I'm absolutely fine. I'm down $70 for today, so I can live with that. And I can live with the fact that I'm not going to be up like, I don't know, $400 or whatever my profit was. If my take profit would have been hit. Someone from Rwanda, Bangladesh. Wow. I'm from Nigeria, but currently working in US as an electrical engineer. Wow, you guys. All right, so I'll keep this here. Right now it turned into a paper trade. Wow. So right now it turned into a paper trade. Like I said, I don't like the fact that it's, okay, it created the SIBI, but I don't want to see it rejecting from it. Because right now, you know what? If there is no imbalance to the left side of price, if price goes down, creates imbalance, rebalances, and then rejects from that imbalance. If there is no imbalance, price will seek liquidity, right? So think about it. Where's the next fair value gap? Well, it's this one. It could rebalance that one that I've entered off of. But then if it comes like it might actually just tag me out and then continue to move higher. And you know what? I'm just sparing myself some money. So yeah, if it wants to go down or if it wants to go up, just let it be. All right, let's see where you guys are from. Slovakia. Wow. Ian saying Wales is the best bit of the UK. Okay, I can't argue with that because I've never been to Wales. But yeah, I'm assuming it's cool since the royal family is around there, right? Anyway, Slovakia, close to Romania. Oh, you work in Canada, Toronto. Simona. Nice. All right, guys. So I'll keep the paper trade here to see how it's going to move in the continuation of today's price action. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be live streaming the London kill zone. I'll do my best to live stream a little earlier than 3 a.m. New York. But I'll have to see if I can do that because I need to fit going to the gym, going with my cat to the vet, and coming home, eating something real quick, and then getting ready to live stream and everything. And I have to do that in like 2 hours. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Bye.